pardon if this cuts out. I don't want that to happen. I wanted to talk about, okay, so are you watching my videos? This one particularly, I think, was made on the 23rd or 22nd. And at least it's being monitored and recorded that the effort that I am as a channel, I'm telling you that you have to, well, they're telling you, but they're not really telling you the right way. See, I'm telling you that you have to identify yourselves, do the digital ID. Can you do this? Do it. Now watch this. Ah, oh shit, no baby, yes, nice. This is possible that maybe your digits, if you can do that and get into it, like really try it. Just try it, maybe. Okay, a human being likes games like that. They're fun. They're fun. Yeah, that's what you like about human beings. Okay, so I've been going on and on about this, right? But now it's vital. It's like, why? Well, we could go extinct. Yeah, worse than ever. We're already kind of struggling. Who are we? We don't understand, Shauna. I have plenty of money. Oh, hi, not non-human. Sorry. You have plenty. Do you know how to give, babes? You're lucky it's not biodegradable, like a piece of fruit or something. You're lucky it's not that useful. Anyway, getting back to, would you like to make your money useful? I mean, I'm talking to the human being now. We know that the fucking non-human backdrop is chugging away over there. Um, Here's what I really wanted to talk about too, about AI. See, because what's fascinating is that the organic AI, which is every man that you see standing there, like at the fucking church over there, we have the Pope. Right now he's saying, well, see, this is why he's having to do this publicly. It's under intergalactic law and rule that he must be transparent. That's the best security, by the way. And they're saying, okay, we're going to play the game right. We would be transparent. And they're saying, they're saying basically we're going to have mercy. This is what's really happening. They're going to give the human being a little bit more time to unify themselves. You'll have to do it by identifying yourselves over social media. Get more than ever. You're going to start typing. Did you become conscious of your typing? What do you think typing means, by the way? For instance, like, what do you think your watch meant? See, you didn't know that, right? Same thing with channel. There's a lot of examples that I'll start trying to prove to you, but see, the same thing with capital. You wouldn't care for capitalizing without the fact um, that you become into a master. All of a sudden, everybody is, you had to get on the typewriter. I was going through the school when by the time I was in fifth and sixth grade, you noticed computer classes and you were there doing some funky thing, but the main thing you noticed is that damn typewriter was there. Yeah. I can't even say it right, typewriter. No, you're not interested until you click in as to what's really going on here, and that's a few and far between. Having said that, babes, this was supposed to hit an algorithmic play that says, oh, we have ability to communicate on a level that is much different than what they had implemented as far as intergalactic rule. They have to give us these technologies because it's a matter of of the quickening of our human evolutionary process, believe it or not. Now the Buddhas know this. They're like, oh great, they actually marked it down. Buddhism is a 6,000-year-old practice of meditating on um, the possibility that man can become enlightened. I think women do this way up in the Tibetan. They're like, holy shit. And they marked it down. First they etched it in a rice, um, a, uh, a, a soft wood, balsam wood, I think what it is. The way it's like, well, it was 1500 BC. They've got a long cave. It's very thick, full of this, all the ways that man will become enlightened. technically make it to outer space, you know. Oh, strange words, right? Reality. Have you caught on to that? Like, what's that? You have to have this conversation. It's going to come up. That's how you identify yourself, by the way. By the way, my speaking is going to get so quick because, first of all, it's in the air. You can experience the quick talk. Man, you're like, what's going on now? Well, I can really just make sense. I hope that you can speed that up and slow it down with your camera. Sorry. It's been so long that I felt like myself, and a lot of my people might be talking about this. It's like, do you feel how the planets when they shifted over? It's a whole new. It's like, whew. See now, I would like to address the poor fucking people because my generation is finally going, yay! And so, but by the way, believe it or not, no, this is the truth. There's a generation, the Scorpio generation. We can talk about them. Pluto and Scorpio. Ooh, oh man, they're going to go through this Mars square Pluto, which is this is the 25th. Now we're talking about the 26th. There's an exact square to Mars and Pluto. I say that some control freak you'll notice either um, near or far. You won't. It's a problem. Humanity wants to address that control freak. Is it money? Yes, it is. Maybe. It doesn't have to be. No, it doesn't. No, money, it's supposed to be something that gives you freedom. But then they turn the language into it gives you financial freedom. And it's like, that's like saying it gives you freedom. I don't know. I don't know. Can you think with me a little bit? Do you ever think about it? See, some people just think, no, it's hard to think of what makes creation of creation, as if the money was an element found on the periodic scale of elements. Scientifically, this is what is running creation of creation. You cannot live without it. It's like, what an insult to a woman. Good heavens. Get the fuck out of here. I swear to God. And do you understand that Christ Jesus was a woman? Yeah. Yeah. Well, they discombobulate it all the time. You know, there's a Charlie that's named there's a woman that's named Charlie, right? It's kind of attractive. Yeah, Charlie. Or James. There's been a James woman. In other words, they can name any fucking body anything, but if they become a Christ, hi. See, Nelson Mandela spent time in the royal dungeon over there because he was just so popular to the demons. They're like, we like to hold him and create loosh for the fucking millions of population. Um, yeah. Anyway, yeah, you're not authentically the light unless you notice yourself kind of fighting demons like Neo. You're going, wait a minute, is there any friends out here? Whoa, that one almost got me. I would like to know where my friends are now. This is strange what they have me doing. Do you notice what your enemy is having you do all the? And you're like, excuse me, but how do you like my fucking performance, baby? I'm here for the kids, man, the miserable ones. I'm sorry about you guys. You need refreshing. I'm a spiritual refreshment. Yeah, there's spiritual refreshments. Like there's incense. Get the waterfall going in your home. Light the incense. Get the candle, right? Well, that's just forms of spiritual refresheners and enhancers and everything else. And anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I have actually been experiencing a hard time now. I'm trying to understand it. I'm going to be talking with my higher ups about some things to get better about my love life. Yeah, yeah, because it's just me here. It seems like, and then I'm having to battle something that's like, well, this isn't love. No, it's not even happy to do anything, and that's not love, right? It's getting more and more frustrated, angry. Okay, now let's just back away. I know that that particular person, it's like, babe, They don't understand me. It's like, well, I happen to know what the season is, and you can't fuck with fire. You shouldn't. Like, astrology is there to avoid you igniting a goddamned gunpowder fire or something. Really, it can save many lives. Did you know that? We tried, at the most part, see, you think, well, astrology, you must be doing everything great. No, we have to anesthetize ourselves and numb ourselves down to the fact that most of you don't do astrology. Any white collar worker, kind of like a public defender or somebody that can so called help and make a difference, ask them what they think of astrology, and that they don't believe in it or something like that. And when it's just, millionaires don't do astrology, they don't waste their time, right? And then billionaires, they'll dabble in it just to see if they're compatible for a date. No, the ones that take it seriously are trillionaires. And by intergalactic law, let me get back to this channeling, babe. I got set off a little bit. I'm sorry about that, and I feel it. I was supposed to channel to you something very, 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 very important. Because I am ahead of this thing. Do you notice the pontiff, the man there that is at the Vatican who is trying to defend the human side of the species? The thing that he's doing, though, is he's not mentioning, he says, by the way, because there is an out. Why is it so hard for the human being? Why can't they just say, oh, never mind? There's many, many of us, and that's very few over there. Hi, we are getting along well, aren't we? No, no. The human being can go extinct. Um, did you know that the human being is the one that speaks? Knows that there's a profound responsibility here to communicate something, most likely just a celebration. If it's a human being, it's celebrating going on. It's not really that life is happening through the lips. You're celebrating it. It's like shave and a haircut, 5 cents. There's somebody there, there's somebody there, and that's why I have my long hair. I'm kind of wiggling around. Sorry, I don't like going into the old-fashioned like boogie woogie blues. Never do that. Never do it. If you're playing the blues as a musician, here I go. I'm everywhere, right? Just let me finish this statement. If you're playing the blues as a musician, there's a way to hear like the most excellent ones. Otherwise, it's an extreme bore. But even though that's going on, it's an extreme bore. Like Stevie Ray Vaughan or all of the blues guitarists, anybody who plays the blues, all you need to do is hear one of their greatest songs, and that's it. Otherwise, now you have these albums that it's just the blues, and the greatest song is the greatest song, babe. But the blues is the blues, and you get bored quick, babe. Let me tell you right now. You have to disguise it. Learn how to get creative, babe. Did you know? And I'm loving telling you this now. Did you know that the blues scales? Do you want me to go get my guitar? Yay! I'm gonna teach you something. Pay me some money. Fuck the fucking punk and his phony address trying to save the human species over there, and we already know that it's dusted. I'm just kidding. It took me a while to remember what did I just say and everything. I was trying to look for my guitar out in the yard. It's really cold right now. The good news is about that. I need to stoke my fire. Hit pause. So weird. Anyway, this was the weirdest day, and isn't it going to get weirder? I heard it was. With the Mars square Pluto. See, I'm a Mars ruled person, and when the Mars squares Pluto like this, and when there's a major thing, we just go like this. We're like, ah, okay. But then the rest of the population goes, ding, shing, ah, bleh, and we're like, well, it's just time to see you control freaks and how fucking lame it really is. And then see, after the Mars Pluto square, if you're a prominent Pluto Mars person, you're going to feel, because Mars is a very active, productive sign, Aries, planet, placement. Um, and it really achieves a lot. So, but right now it's kind of like it's weird. It's a weird feeling. Like you're trying to get on top of shit, but you're noticing the demonic presences that don't want you to even do anything that you're capable of doing. And there is a generational value that we can tag onto this. I was trying to talk about earlier about we worry about the Scorpio and the Taurus, Aquarius, Leos. It's interesting the role that Leo and Aquarius are playing right now with this square that is going to start to happen with Mars because I need to start layman's term, right? Like Shauna, try to talk to us something real about the control system that humanity is concerned over. See, the truth vibes are there saying no, there is a problem uh, that is it's see we have to communicate about this because it begins to help us through like it's therapeutic because it is the organism is infected, okay, the human being. See, each and every individual has a profound responsibility to do their own self-programming and stuff, right? You always hear about this, but it's like the entire fucking human population has this get on the bandwagon of see, it's the truth. And it it, it can really disturb people and it's going to take a gradual long time and no, we're looking at mental illness more coming on, masking itself as no, we are um, protecting the children or something like that, right? And it's like, no, go with the children, by the way. They have a nice installation called just resilience. I don't know. Sorry, I was going to give you a music lesson about something. Oh, I was talking about the blues scales, which are in fact um, originated as of India. India. See, it's our kind of sad and emotional music here in the United States, which is this kind of thing right here. It's like, so this is tuned down to D, but I'm trying to show you a blues thing. Like, okay, I'll just do it in A. You know, all this like that kind of blues. It, that is an Indian scale. It's like me. I have people. I used to play around a lot in town because that's what you do. Sometimes you get a flow, and then you find some people that want to do the same thing, and then you click really well, and it's a phenomenon. Nobody forgets it ever. And what's my point? Oh, people got to know me. They anticipated me being there. They like see me. Why? Well, I'm very unique. I kind of they go, didn't expect that phrase or something like that, right? I do that on the guitar. You know what I'm doing with my consciousness towards you. If I've ever sparked any kind of chord in your heart, if it resonated, let me teach you about resonation right now. Sorry, no. Let me resonate this one string without even touching it. See, you know, that's what resonation is. You say something, and your heartstrings begin to vibrate because it's the very nature of of the truth. That's what your heart is hooked up into. The mind can't really hook up into it. Your mind is learning from it. So this video, there was something I'm pretty sure I already said. I channeled it. I'm telling you that. Okay, so do you see what's going on with the world news? How now this pontiff guy is stepping in and see by intergalactic law. I'm sorry. Do I need to just play my guitar and tell you? This is stupid, man. I play guitar actually very good, and I don't like how it feels when I'm scattering around. That's how I work. It's like you either fucking put two hands on it or stop it. I want to talk to you about, sorry about this, getting into the new me, or just bear with me. It's not really the new me. It's just picking up all of who I am and saying, I love you. God, don't leave me ever again. I'm having to stick up for myself about the trauma that I've been put into that causes repression, and then the enemy can take over, and they make you try to believe that you are what they want you to believe you are, which is them, demonic and horrible. And there's something major about that right now that I'm having to really look into it because of the runoff that can come into my yard and shit like that. That it's like you cannot create a toxic runoff for my yard just because you don't know where you are and you don't care where you are. Oh no, that's horrible. See, AI is just in time. I wanted to talk to you about, and I'm sorry if this cuts off. Let me try to erase some stuff so it doesn't. I really wanted to tell you, oh, there's a lot of videos that I need to download here that I've been channeling. Try to encourage me to channel and edit, please, because I'm not getting very many likes, but at the very least you can say, hey, I am watching them, I'm just not liking them because I don't want my friends to know how crazy you are, and I am, or something like that. Right? What if somebody's... See, this is the thing is that you're way too paranoid about being transparent, and that is to their advantage. Who are they when you say they're, Shauna? Oh, yeah. There's a big they. I'm not making it up, man. Even my grandmother, who was very educated, she always talked about the they. That's what They Live comes from, right? That movie. Don't you have the pair of sunglasses? You put it on, you go, ooh, they are controlling it like this. And it's never about the obvious, but you can see this horrible shit going on. I don't want anything to do with it. I really don't. I'm a healer, and I'm saying, well, if you're tired of the they, come and sit in my living room. Let's have a really interesting conversation. Be sure to bring your children, lock them in the same room. Just kidding, with us. You got to expose your children to real life conversation every once in a while, just every once in a while. Otherwise, you're looking at, oh goddamn, talk about autistic kids in the worst way. They're just disconnected, right? And they're it's like the Hoodie fucking show or something. Sorry about this. Okay, so indeed, AI is here to destroy a side of the human organism, but it's not the human being. No, this is the if you want Christ to come to town, Christ isn't here to save the world. No, no. You have to get away from the world. Go to the hill, consider the lily. Be resilient, hon, because we're going to get rid of what is actually the original AI. They're calling this one AI, artificial intelligence. Because they're being honest, they have to do this because it's not true intelligence. It's an artificial intelligence that is, in fact, it is able to write on the back of the original artificial intelligence, which it's wrong to say intelligence at that point because it's an artificial human being. Yeah. And I'm just thinking with you right now. And So see that sloppy language too that goes on. Like I said, the pontiff and the pope, he's not going to address the non-human population problem. Why? Because they actually encourage it. A long time ago, they set out to kill women who are able to give birth. She's the only one. Women are the only ones that can have children here. Men can't. So it's important to try to take control of the woman as far as whatever it is that takes control of men. Did you know that the men that you see being controlled in front of the cameras, I don't like talking about this because it's a dangerous place we're in, but it's okay. I don't want to live in, what I mean is I don't want to get old and die like everybody else. It's just like, no, let's do this, bitch. Try it. This is getting interesting. I don't think they're going to keep killing people. Although my neighbors want me dead, and that's obvious. And it's like, thanks for the so-called improvements, though. I'm worried about your reputation after a while, though, aren't you? Especially now, getting back with AI. See, if AI, for instance, see, AI is here to correct her humanity. Did you know that? Um, what the pontiff is doing deception. See, he's like, well, no, he's being perfectly honest, but it's not in the way that he should be. He's giving, he's allowing humanity on the earth. He's saying, you have so much time now. I'm giving you an extension. We are going to address this problem in such a way because nobody is really getting into it. They don't even know how to do anything with it. Well, I'm trying to tell you that I've been getting contact from some, I'm way ahead of it. I'm saying, okay, so this is the language you need to use. First of all, it doesn't matter about the capitalization, otherwise you want to do that, right? Capitalism isn't bad. First of all, you just don't know what it is. Like you didn't know what a watch was, right? You didn't know what a typewriter was. That's how they take it away from you, by the way. They're being completely honest. Under intergalactic rule, the higher ups see it and they say, okay, everything's in place. They're playing fairly. Includes all of the cameras being put up. They're only, so you guys don't think about it. See, you're all, my privacy. You guys are doing nothing compared to the child traffickers. They're only filming themselves. It's funny. You don't really know that too, that they are there too. When a narcissist starts filming other people doing, after they get a reaction from somebody and then they film but they're the original, that's not going to fly anymore. The courts are going to say, oh, this is disgusting. After a while, you have to go in there and say, do you realize what's going on? And that takes time. Might as well go to jail and stay there like fucking Nelson Mandela. I don't know. And what do you do, though? But here's what does happen, I know, because I'm also an ascending master. Um, it gets you that much closer to starting a real life evolutionary process, because the control system, money and all, the current backdrop is frozen. They have you frozen. Zzz, you're humming with the dirty electricity on frozen. It's hard to explain, but it's hard to shake it too. You're like, ooh, I don't want to get frozen in your weirdness. It's money making cool, I guess, and none of you are awake. It's frozen in evolutionary process. There is not very many human beings. Not where I live. There's none on my street. Otherwise, it'd be a completely different vibe. The Earth is on quarantine right now. Hi, Nancy. Hit like if you're there. Interesting time, isn't it? Yeah. See, with the Mars square Pluto, the way that it's working is that, see, Pluto is steadfast there. It's about money. Pluto rules Scorpio, and money, I mean, sorry, Scorpio rules other people's money. And it's opposite Taurus, which rules your money. The, the little person's money, and then other people's, the wide area of money. Pluto is a truth-oriented God. It actually points at God. A lot of astrologers kind of don't realize, they call it the underdog and stuff. It's like, yeah, no, that's what happens to truth when it's not accepted at first. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we're not ready to hear that. Well, everybody knows that the wrongdoer and or evildoer is the one that doesn't want freedom of speech and is throwing people in jail over just you you just said something. And that's been going on since the day of Christ, apparently, because when you really look at it, all she did was say things. She made statements, and that was just it. And she didn't really like. Okay, there's a beautiful video that I've been putting up on my Facebook page, and all that this one guru does. He is another speaker, and it's very important to have these people, by the way. He points out the very essence of the Christ-aware type. It's just a controversial human being. He called it a he, and that's fine. But if you were to see it written down, you would see a capital H because it's a metaphor. You're better off just putting a small case S over there and say, there you go, because he isn't she, okay? You would not have um, any of this overpopulated men clown act. Sorry, that's. Did you know that the benevolent beings? Hi, it's me again. Am I the benevolent? No. Yes, you were. No, wait a minute. You're lying. You're the right benevolent being. It's hard to tell now. Which did you see that film? No, this one's benevolent. Hi, you're on my right, my left side. Yeah. Where was I? Oh, did you know that um, they are giving orders too, and it's all mixed up with the malevolence. And see, that's under intergalactic rule. They have to be transparent. And see, the thing is that it, the benevolent beings cannot expose themselves. It's too violent. It's too weird, and they're really setting things right in front of our face. That's the rules, and it is. It's here already. We have. I will begin to just try to drag you into this, babes, because you want central banking socialized, and see, you can't even fathom that, right? You can't fathom. See, they destroyed perception by putting these words up before you even knew that there was a movement to take place that based on your understanding it's like created a wash by calling the TV channel that, and you don't know what now you don't know really that these people are channeling something, right? You don't know that channel is an old word, you know, it means people that receive. I've talked about that. So the main thing I really wanted to channel here is to tell you about AI and how that, oh no, it doesn't fuck with good geometry. It's going to scan and say, oh, everything's operating properly there. Move on. See, like if there's a drought in your area, which I do live, we all live in drought-stricken area. I doubt that water companies, if they are AI, which they are, they're ran by narcissists. They strive to be leaders of such and such, and they don't care what they do for money. Um, when if it hurts people, they don't care. That's why the water got really bad up here. It's just whoops, switched hands, and it's kind of a systematic thing that they are allowing that to happen based on the fake education. But anyway, because oh no, it's actually based on how stupid. Well, the narcissist is there. Yeah, this is the part where I say, you women, yeah, fucking's fun, but don't think that having a kid is worth it. Just try to say fucking. Have fun. In case the kids were watching. This is Mars rule. This is Mars and Pluto. Pluto. Inflation is here because of the amount of stupidity. Nobody works together, and so the enemy. I see all this shit how it's really working, but it's really hard to explain it. And the more I attempt, though, I know in 3 months I'll just be like kabloop the blop boy. But I'm really moving ahead, and really I need to backtrack and say, oh no, I need to remind you that no, if you are using water to water a lawn in a drought-stricken area, and it kind of outnumbers, like it's like no, you're like only 2 out of 2,000 lawns. AI would come by and fuck you up and penalize you and then lock you into now you have to grow food here and teach how to grow food or something like that. See that's what AI is going to be doing. It's that's why Elon Musk and everybody it's they're worried about a certain side of the organism being found out and then exterminated. Indeed, it will be. And if you're a human being and you know what I'm talking about, that it's going to exterminate something that doesn't make sense, not even to itself, then you will be clapping. Yay! Oh my God! And we were waiting for a Christ to arrive, but of course it would be more technological. It would go wide scale and say, "We're coming to town. We're going to scan you." It's going to be really interesting. Somehow, see, I had a dream about it. I kind of talked about it a long time ago. It came in a weird figure, and it's like that's the truth about. Did you know that that's kind of the truth about? Well, see, Earth is on quarantine right now. Not very many souls are making it in or out. There's not very many souls. It's not. It's like it's not a soul factor anymore. It's just a an anomaly of it's highly technological in not in the way that what I'm trying to not in the way that it already is. Like I'm saying, you're a PC and your language is an interface. But see, it's like double down, fucking like Metallica. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's a computer chip. It's like locked, and it's like that particular like machine. It's a machine. Is see, it's highly infected, and nobody likes this, right? You don't like the idea that you could be one that could be exterminated. Isn't that weird? Right? See, the benevolent beings, human beings, we're not afraid of death. And so we will be able to calm down when we are in the valley of death or whatever. We walk slowly and we face it. See, we're facing death anyway when we face a narcissist that is technically AI. Did you know that that person is dead? Something inside of them died a long time ago. That's not officially a real presence there. So when you are getting out or near a relationship of a narcissist, and you definitely see that you fell into their way of manipulating and catching you, because that's all they can do. They don't even know they're doing it, right? It's really horrible. They're it's questionable whether or not you can bring these people into soul and heal their trauma and bring them see back. That's a very controversial subject matter because the methods used to it's like re-traumatizing the child in the person because it's between 2 and 3 years old that the organism was disenfranchised some way. It's a delicacy, and the people around it couldn't give a crap. And we worry about people that were born during the time of a lot of warring. We're going through mass genocide right now. They killed many millions of people. And you only see some of the display of the mourning and being transparent about the exact numbers of children, women. But whenever you see a number, 18,000, 30,000, multiply that by at least 8 or 12. Yeah. And so, but what does that do for the side of the organism that is being kept, well kept, like on freeze? Did you know that every bit, like what, see, you're at an advantage when you have this technology. You don't know that it is the hottest political arena that you could ever bother to get involved with. If you were a narcissist, you should be involved with it, right? But no, narcissists aren't really involved in anything. They are involved in um, a very different world than we are. I'm sorry. It's pathetic. And all it is, babes, this is really, really kind of Aquarius of me to say. All it is a glitching computer. The human, the organism itself is a PC. And it's on glitch because it has poor programmers. And it doesn't even know that it should be programming itself. It doesn't know that it's self-organizing ability. Which, in fact, now let's talk about AI again. That artificial intelligence, the self-organizing part is now, let me talk about Libra, on the rise of the Libra generation. See, it's a battle. You can see it through astrology. It's like, whoa. See, no astrologer knows it like I do on the internet. Because I can see, I can see that there's mistranslation. There's definitely stuff being hidden. I don't know what that noise was. Hidden. Like you don't see Libra used to say I love, but nobody knows what I love means. I'm sorry if I'm going like this. It's because indeed I am being attacked by demons. When you start raising your vibrational frequency, you start talking about love, you start talking about the truth, you really are gonna you would be surprised what goes on. You're like, no, it's like Neon. You're like, what? Neo. I'm just like, do you have my friend there? All right, no, it's okay. No, I have a spell happening right now. I heard it. Boom, there, knocked it out. Return to sender. Bitch, you're not getting away with it. Don't forget you have to stand up in front of the judge. And see what I'm saying? It's like, no, I'm serious. You have no idea what I'm going through. When I'm trying to relate to you these fucking information that, no, it's very important. If anything, it's important to me. It's on record here that I tried. I try to do the right thing here. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as far as practicing my freedom of speech. Yeah, that's what I kind of made that song for some people, just say, it doesn't hurt anybody when I say what I see. It hurts you because it's wrong. You're a wrongdoer. And everybody knows that wrongdoers will try to threaten your freedom of speech and even put you in jail because of something you said. And anyway, the way we're going to be able to just go kabloop, da blop, da beep, I hope the public defenders can hang in there for another at least 2 years. Some of them are way too old, need to be changed out. Now we're going to have younger ones that, if true intelligence goes in there, true intelligence, not artificial, they can spark up some of these attorneys to actually start winning cases that, they're just going to start coming in. You'll never see a more active time. And there isn't any law enforcement that we can see right now that's employed that can handle it emotionally, spiritually, mentally. They are doing a class war favor for a satanic cult, and it's all very, very naughty. Yeah, yeah. And with all of the publicity too, see, that's part of almost advertising. I mean, really, the advantage that we have, that it's an equal advantage when you have a camera that you can stick it up your ass, whatever you want to do, babes. It's there. You have it there, and it's everywhere. Why? Welcome to outer space. Did you make it? It's right here in front of your face. Oh, hi. How are you doing? It's me again. You forgot I was the benevolent being on the left side. That's terrible. Girl, she is losing her mind. Would you catch her while she's edible and drinkable? Why? Because dementia sets in, and then you got to rely on a whole other generation. And whoa, the hand me down that might not happen or is happening. Oh, mainly, babes. What I was talking about is the machine is infected hardcore, and all that Christ Jesus and any good scientist would do is say, "Hang tight. It's deception from here on out. Run for the hills. Be resilient. Climate change." That means that there is a war on your head. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. It's intergalactic too. See, we're caught in the middle. You have no idea what I'm talking about, right? But now, don't mention the malevolence. It's like, yep, there you are, babe. I'm caught in the middle. Fuck no, humanity is caught in the middle. You need to wake up and find out who you work for. You cannot have one foot in one door and one foot in the other, no matter what Gemini tries to convince you. Here's the problem with Gemini, see. It's a bunch of heads there. See, there's 7 of them. There's like 7 different ones. Just like I had 7 different fire department members come down my driveway because the neighbors called them on me. These neighbors are kind of stupid because they tell on each other each time they do that. And it's like, ooh, man, they have a record, I bet, about it. Yep, I love using law enforcement to make people miserable and feel powerful. And like I've done, who knows what they're doing. It's like, babes, you guys are environmentally toxic. Just to yourselves. I mean, looking at you is hard, right? I think you agree. You don't like that I remind you about your horrible karmic life? Anyway. Very, very difficult to raise my vibrational frequency into what is required to even play music. And you have no idea what, like I said, was it yesterday? Yeah. Okay, so I'm puffing my marijuana. Here comes the fire department. And I do have a fire smoldering in my oven, my thing here. And they're coming down here, and these guys are not coherent. I had to wake them up halfway down the driveway in the form of clapping. Clapping brings you into the now, and so I was like, and they go, and then I was right there. And they didn't hear me or even see me at first. I said, can I help you? I guess they were looking for a fire. I don't know. It was difficult. It was so stressful. Those fucking neighbors are so, they're karmically in trouble with that. It's not up to me to deliver it. What I do is go tell my story over there, and then even 12 people hearing the kind of lopsided thing that's going on after a while. And see, I have a huge fucking responsibility to go to the judge and get the transcripts right, Nancy, and it's weird. You can't get them. I'm going to go to the judge and say, I need these transcripts because you said some things, and those people violated that, and now they're pressing charges over it, and it's like, nope, those are false charges, and I think that these people need to be whipped up a little bit. Now, I have a right to my fair fucking hearing and all that, and that's all I'm doing. It's difficult for me. You have no idea how difficult. It's not difficult for those people. No, they get satisfied when they put other people through difficulty. These are demons. Yeah, so you should try and raise your vibrational frequency. Serving you, I communicate in many different ways, and music is mine. Libra, I am love, who stand down the demons. After all, you do make us feel so sorry for you. After all, you suffer the deepest insecurity, not knowing God or any kind of love. Ooh, it must be a rough road. Oh, don't you worry, I don't know if you know there is a church calling you there. No, and in the military you can be a useful idiot. what music was more fire now. I will bring it back. Just pay me, buy me a coffee now. I'm sure you would if you worked inside of the coffee shop, but now you don't. When I get going, babe, you say, what the fuck, where you been all this time? I said, well, humanity's just getting off its ass. Everybody's gonna be feeling fine when they get all so blind. Here comes Libra, we are so crazy, oh yeah, call it love. Hi, John Lennon. Oh my God, I forgot to talk about reality is peace, baby. Yeah, don't miss it. What? You said reality is peace. And I say it's a piece of shit. No, I say no, a piece of shit is a piece of shit. But reality is holding it. Get your shit right. Once you know the space that's between you and I, and the reason why we align is through the truth. Hi, Zen. So much I love to share to you. Haven't even began after you viewed me for how many years now? 4,000 videos. Well, now I am gonna rock your shit and get rid of the demonic. I have no choice but to use my beautiful voice. Sorry. God knows that it doesn't matter if you hit a wrong note. That's not the problem. The atrocity is when you hit a note without passion.